T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello. Okay, cool. I'm awful at this. Good start. Hello, everyone. My name is Gasbuff. Welcome to the Wiretap. As you've just seen from that brief half a second of an intro, this is the Apex pre-show. We are getting into it. We're going to have a couple of face-offs for the pre-party that's happening this Friday in Manchester off the square. Personally, every match on this card, I'm really looking forward to. Like, it's been a rough patch for Premier, as we've seen with all, every bit of news that's come out over the last couple of months. But as we know, this company always delivers when it comes to cards like this. And this pre-party matches on this card, you could put them on any undisclosed, any plug event, and to kick off Apex with it, it's absolutely fantastic. First matchup we've got today, we're going to be this man so far undefeated on Premier Battles. He's had two very decisive, very clear wins. We've got Caveman, recently released an album, had an album launch party lately. So coming off a very strong high. Caveman, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. How you doing, guys? You cool?
Absolutely. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing absolutely great. And of course, coming up on this is your third match on Premier Battles. Someone I've very recently clashed with myself, looking to rebound off that, shall we say. We've got my man Cooper.
Cool. I got the dress code late. What's good?
Absolutely.
How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It doesn't have a hood. It's more like Dracula. But yeah, how we doing?
That'd be a normal hood for anyone else, man.
It's a snood. It's a snood. I've just got a really short neck.
So it's been given to me to be master of ceremonies while Trubs does the responsible things of parenting. So we'll start with you, Caveman, because it's been a good while since, I want to say, Undisclosed 5 was your last battle. It's been about half a year. You readied it, and obviously the On Beat class with Danielson recently just dropped on the Premier Battles channel. How are you feeling about this? About going back to acapella?
I'm looking forward to it, man. I feel like On Beat's a little bit easier, so it's a little bit less rewarding. Do you know what I mean? It's writing 6, flipping 16 bar verses or 3 or whatever it is. Whereas this is it's a whole different challenge. I really, really enjoy doing acapella battles. So I'm looking forward to it.
How easy do you find? Obviously, you've just had the album launch. Do you find it much easier to just write to a beat if it's just whatever takes your fancy, or do you find it helps if you've got an opponent in acapella that you can focus your writing on?
I think sometimes having no restrictions can be a bad thing. So when you've got a beat, whatever you're rapping has to work to that beat. If nothing else, it has to work to that beat. And I think that does make it easier. Whereas when you're doing acapella, you can literally do anything. You could be rapping really fast, you could be talking really slow. Do you know what I mean? There's no end of ways to do it. So I think it is easier on beat. I'm not sure if that's actually the question.
No, it's pretty much the same question to you, Coop. I mean, you've had quite the prolific SoundCloud career,
Yes.
as I've documented.
Thank you for that. It was really kind. Yeah,
not a problem at all. But now, how do you find it? I mean, you've taken to battling like a Dr. Water. So
yeah, I mean, I've always been a rapper. Like battle rap's something I've got into. Look, a rapper, like put that in inverted commas, but I've always rapped over beat. And even when I prep for this, sometimes if I hit a bit of a writing block, I just throw on a beat and just start writing on that. And then often I can pull lines off that and how it sounds, because it just comes to you more naturally sometimes on beat, I find. So if I ever hit that, I had that even against yourself and Caveman. It's like, I'm going to write a diss track, and then I get about 12 bars in. I'm like, no, I'm going to use those. And then it just it comes out. So
I hear that.
Yeah.
So have you listened to much of each other's music in the build up to this?
I didn't know Cooper had ever made music.
I've listened to enough. I very much get into the mindset of absolutely hating who I'm battling. And so I start listening to his music and I'm like, this fucking dickhead. Like, I can't listen. And then I turn it off and get angry at myself. But that's sort of how my prep works, which didn't work for you because you don't do music, which might be why, that's what I'm going to put it down to. But no, I've listened to a bit. Yeah, it's good. I'll bring it up. We'll touch on that on Friday. We don't need to talk about it now.
No doubt.
So are you both like ready for Friday? Like, what's your writing process? I mean, everyone in battle rap is different. Like, we have late preppers, we have early preppers, we have religious preppers, we have people that turn up on the day without a third. Like, how would you say that you fall on that spectrum? We'll start with you, Caveman.
So I'll try and go off like first impression as much as I can do to begin with. So I've met Cooper once. I think we battled on one of the same events. So I think we have met each other. I've seen one or two of his battles as well. So I have like my personal interpretation of who Cooper is. So I just start with that, and I just, bars come into your head, right? And I do some of the similar kind of things. I write something and add to it as I'm writing and stuff. But I write quite early because I don't like pressure in life. I just like to have things neatly lined up as they should be. So I finished writing ages ago, and then I just run it a few times, and so I write so far.
As you know, Gast, battling you, how my prep game was, meeting you the week before and actually only having one round. It comes and goes in flusters. I'm a lot more prepped for this than I have been since probably Robin, and that was just the debut, and obviously a lot of nerves there. So I still like the pressure. That makes me right, because I think I do the same. I think when the battle got confirmed, I had about an 8-bar that's still in there, because it was like, okay, that's instantly, that's how it hits, and then I just build over time. And to be fair, it wasn't until maybe last week or something. I was running my stuff with Reverse, and we were bouncing some stuff off each other. And I was like, I need to put this into rounds. I was like, oh, it's all there. It's just in 8 bars. It's in 12 bars. It's just there's little connectors in between and whatnot. So for this one, surprisingly prepped, worryingly prepped. I feel like something's going to go wrong.
That's my favorite part, is the putting it together. I feel like that's like the writing the bars is kind of easy, but the beautiful part is like sequencing it all together and running stuff and realizing, oh, like if I say this here, it'll still be in the back of the mind when I say that down there. I could say them back to back, but if I take them like this, then it's going to ripple differently. Do you know what I mean? So
I like it flowing. I like it flowing. I like what I start on. I like there to be just even if it is completely different topics, I still want to somehow get there naturally, not just like, oh, okay. And by the way, this is your.
By the way, it's that's a donkey. Exactly.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I mean, obviously, originally this was planned for the Sunday card, and with the reshuffle that we've had, we've now moved it on to the Friday. The pre-show, which is going to have probably a very different vibe to a crowd turning up expecting, Raptor in the headline, and now it's, kind of almost like a pre-party for everyone turning up. Has that changed any of the writing? Have you amended anything for this? Are you expecting anything from the vibe, or has it pretty much stayed as it was?
I've not changed anything. Well, no, I've not really changed anything. But I think it is going to change it. I think Friday night is a completely different idea than a Sunday afternoon, do you know what I mean? And I feel like even the room is very different. I feel like it's going to be a lot more lively on a Friday night. So 100%. I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm actually happy. I'm happier in a way. I was going to be up for the whole weekend, and just the idea of watching 2 days of battles, getting absolutely wankered in Manchester, and then having to get up on the Sunday and come and battle you. I would have been. I'm going to come fully prepped on Friday. I can get my shit done. First battle, and then I'm up for 2 days, and it's just like, you know what I mean?
That's
so, and I think it's going to be a fun evening. I think it definitely suits my style more, and I'd probably say from what I've seen of it, I think it suits our battle more actually as the opener for the weekend. Bit of a Friday night card. Everyone's having a bit of a laugh, and that's what I'm coming to do. That's
definitely. Yeah. And like you say, man, the Saturday's such a mad card that I'm looking forward to not having preparation on the back of my mind throughout.
Literally.
So, Friday night's going to be a lot, It is actually going to be sick.
It's going to be a great little event. It's going to be a great little event, man.
Sorry I'm late.
Hello.
But I don't daddy duties and that. But listen, I don't know what. I'm pretty sure Gas has been doing a great job.
Absolutely
leading the face off.
Please take over.
I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling this has been very friendly so far.
Yeah, I'm quite tired.
How much of a great weekend you guys are about to have, and I want to see you guys wishing a bad weekend to each other. So, can I just ask one question before?
Hit it,
Cooper. Why are you winning this battle?
I'm very confident in my material. I'm very prepped compared to what I've been. It's a very different approach to what I've taken in other battles. I don't want to give too much away, but this is the first time it's a non-tournament battle as well, so I don't actually have to necessarily write in that way. I can just come and be myself. I can come and just say it how I want to do it in my own sort of way. And I've learned a lot from the last couple of battles. That prick up in the top corner, I learned a lot from battling him. So like it's, you know, I'm just, mate, I think it's going to be a good battle, but I still think I'm going to take it just based on what I've got and how confident I am. Do you know what I mean?
I like that. What are you saying, Caveman? Why do you win this battle?
Because Cooper's going to be himself.
It's a valid point.
I don't know what you mean, mate. I don't know what gives you that idea.
Wow.
Why
are you better than Cooper?
I just think like all of the aspects that you want from your favorite battler are all the aspects that Cooper doesn't provide. I feel like anything I would want to see in a battle, I'll just do it better than Cooper will. I think he's a lovely young man. Possibly, I don't know. He might not be. So
might not be young.
But he's yeah.
It's a good point. That's a good point, Gaspar. Gaspar just said it might not be on Friday. You get me? It might not be a lovely young on Friday.
That bit's fine. No, I can't even worry about it.
No, I genuinely, yeah, I think because there's, as I said, this is the first time I'm not battling in a tournament, and whilst there's a lot on the line for what is both of our progression at the moment. I've come off the back of a couple of losses, a bit of a fall from where I was. He's on a 2-run unbeaten streak. You know, I mean, TKA Whisper threatened him and Gaz Time multed his name, but you know, no one's actually like giving him a challenge yet, and that's what I'm planning to do at the very least. I don't think anyone's said anything back to him to put him on the back foot. And I know I can do that, and that's how I want to see if he can react from that and recover from that, if I'm perfectly honest.
Okay, cool. Hear that. Gaspar, do you sound convinced?
I mean, I just want to see what he does off the back of my battle, because I think after our battle, Coop knows what he did wrong and he knows what was hitting and what wasn't. So if he's made all the amendments that we've all been telling him to make off the back of that, I think it is going to be good. I think it's definitely going to be competitive. One thing I do want to ask both of you, actually, because I'm expecting this to be the last substantial card before the draft. Do either of you like have any teams in mind? Because a good performance on a show like this could secure you a spot in Division 1. I know that Bizzo finds Coupar very funny. Caveman could potentially be coming out of this with a 3-0 record. Like any, you know, do you have your eye on teams? Any team you want to be part of? Anything like that in the future?
I just want to put. There's no team in particular, mainly because I still think there's a lot to be announced on it. It's very much a case of I think the draft and what that's going to be is going to be what Prem is doing in the future, and you need to be a part of it. And this is a great platform, a great stage of the year for us to put on a performance and just to put ourselves in the mind of it. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the goal. Whether it's Div 1, Div 2, it doesn't matter. It's about, you know, I just want to be able to come out of this and just say, yep, they landed exactly how I wanted them. And people to go, okay, yeah, we need that energy on our team. We need this and need that. Just putting myself in the best stead for whoever is the captain, whatever is, and whatever comes in the new year. And when it starts getting drafted, man, like just put myself in the best position.
I feel you. What about you, Kate?
I don't know how next year is going to pan out. I need to find out when the dates are for the next season, because I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do that many battles next year.
Okay, busy man, yeah.
I've got a business starting next year. But when they were doing the first seasons, I like Mandro Mob. But I feel like now that they're doing the draft and we don't know who the managers are, it's like the teams don't have as much character right now. So you just
know who the managers are.
We'll go like, oh, sorry, maybe I've missed this.
Some of them.
Yeah, I think we know two. I think we know 2 managers. Okay. I think
you know, or we know.
I think like
we know you won't. You're fine.
No, I'm pretty sure Briggsy said at least like 2 of them have been announced publicly at least, but I'm also not certain. So
so we don't know.
Rivers definitely has. Rivers definitely has.
Rivers is Glory, and someone else is something else. But nonetheless, none of the teams really are enough of anything right now for me to say,
I'm pretty sure
know the captains.
It will be, but it's not today.
I might even chat to Briggsy. It's probably the plan's probably to do it after Apex to announce who the captains are first, and then I'm guessing that's the plan. I'm not sure. I'm just chatting, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then to then announce, to then announce the date of the draft and all of that. So I guess I'm pretty sure they'll announce the captains first, and then we'll start a talk on who wants to be on whose team and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's still to come. And like you said, each team will then get a certain character to it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean.
Like lightning round. Who would you want as a captain?
It's Leicester.
Okay. What about you, Cave?
You can say me if you want. I know we're about to go. I can give you some help.
I don't know. O'Shea.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with the GOAT. I'm buzzing to see him on the Saturday, man. I'm genuinely buzzing to see that. Just incredible.
Before we obviously move on to Mado and Kingsley Thunder, Cooper, is this going to be what, 2-1, 3-0? Do you think you can 3-0 Caveman?
Yes. But I also think he's, I'm interested to see where he levels up from here.
You said that with your chest. I like that.
Yeah, I'm confident going into this. Like, this isn't written on the defense. This is written on the front foot. I'm coming to just, I want to win. Like, this is a real proving battle to prove myself. Like, it's not like, oh, what's he going to say? He's going to mention this. No, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm coming to be myself, write what I want to say. But in the same way, you can't take your opponent lightly, which is why, there has been this prep into this. And, I think he will level up because, again, I genuinely don't think he's had a proper test yet in a battle. And that's no disrespect. I think TK especially has got a lot better since that was his debut round. And, I'm looking forward to see if he can match up to that challenge and the energy I'm planning to bring. So.
Okay, basically, Cooper said he's about to flirt you, Caveman. So what are you saying?
Yeah. What did you answer then? It's going to be a long night for me. You heard it out the horse's mouth.
So he's saying he's going to be... what, you don't think you can handle the fruits, yeah?
He's got me. No, we'll find out. We'll just find out. It's going to be a good battle, man. It's going to be a Friday night, and we're going to kick things off properly. And hopefully, it's dead hard for them academy guys to go on afterwards. That's what I'm trying to do, is make the rest of the night so proper hard stuff.
Also, cash pot for performance tonight. Are you taking it?
Fuck, I need to put some money
I like that.
Where is it? I need to. Yes. By the way, yeah.
But, don't do it right now.
I'll do it after. Yeah. Good job.
You got like 2 more minutes.
50 pence.
You can power overdraft. You're fine.
No, yeah, I'm gonna put something in.
Yeah, you're like aiming for it. You're like aiming to take it.
I mean, yeah, obviously. I think I'm glad Reverse isn't battling on it anymore because that's helped my chances a little bit. Big quick shout out to the battle that's not gone on. Reverse Savon, I'm a little bit gutted personally that's not happening on the night. That's going to be fire whenever that's rearranged. But yeah, I think.
I feel like that would have been better with the Sunday though.
Potentially, yeah. I just know. I know what Reverse had, and I'm gutted he's not able to perform it. That's all I can say. But yeah, I think Kingsley Maddo's going to be a fire battle there. Kingsley's got, I think, a chance very much performance of the night, and whatever the fuckery Bard and Kit come out with, I don't know. It's either going to hit or it's just going to absolutely shit the bed, and I'm looking forward to it either way. So, and do you get a tech? Fucking hell. I'm fucking tired. Trugs, do you know what the secret battle of the night is? Can you let us in on a little secret?
I have no idea.
Fuck.
They've really kept this one close to chest, haven't they?
They have kept this. No one knows. No one's telling me anything.
I have no idea what it is.
All your usual leaks that you see.
I know no one's leaking shit. I want to know who it is. If it's Yanif, I don't even go there.
Yeah. I mean, Briggsy said on the stream that he's not Yanif. But
okay, that's good.
Wow,
that's fine. No, that's known. But yeah, Friday night, it's going to be fire. We're going to kick off the weekend in a great sense. It's going to be a great event. Just get involved. There's a lot of obviously love and a lot of passion going around the battle rap community, and rightfully so at the moment. And 100%. I think we've got to put on a show that makes it proud of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's obviously we all know what's happened this week. It's probably been on everyone's mind a lot. But I feel like the best thing we can do is we're going to represent just a
Yeah.
good battle. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
go and do it how it's meant to be done. That's I feel like the best thing we can do is keep carrying it.
100%.
Yeah, nah, dope. Yeah, man. Make sure you cop your tickets. PremierBattles.club off the square. This is going down on the Friday. What time does it kick off? 7?
About 7 till 10:30 is the whole event, I think.
There you go.
It's gonna
7.
be fire.
Yeah, man. Make sure you pull up. It's gonna be a good night out. Not proper night out. Not a heavy one. Obviously, Saturday we're back out early.
Oh, it will be for me. I don't have to battle.
Yeah, you're in the middle of town there in Manu as well. Where it is, it's such a good spot to go and just carry on the rest of your night from there. You'll be done at 10:30.
Buzzing.
Yeah,
Buzzing.
nah, can still grab a drink on that from
Yeah.
Real talk.
So, nah, dope. But yeah, man, make sure to copy tickets, guys. Thank you for taking the time out. I haven't said it on the stream yet, but RIP Pat's Day. I'm probably gonna be repeating that throughout the stream a little.
throughout
Quite a
the
few
week
times.
as well. Just
Yeah, exactly.
terrible loss.
So we just gotta make sure Apex goes crazy in honor for Big Pat. You get me?
Real talk.
But yeah, man, you lot hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Cooper, Caveman, I'm looking forward to see you lot on Friday, man.
Let's get
Yeah,
it,
man. Wiretap Premier Battles. Make sure you grab your tickets if you haven't got them already.
Let's get it.
Love.
Peace.
Yeah, decent face off that.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to see them guys. I think I'm with you when you said I want to see how Cooper's leveled up. He's definitely already showed that he's got potential and he's still unlocking things in his arsenal. So I'm looking forward to see what's he bringing.
Something I've noticed a lot this year across the entire battle rap community, which I love seeing, is that you've had so many people that have rebounded off a loss incredibly hard, especially the new guys. I think it's quite common in battle rap for new guys especially to take a loss and go, that sucked, that's not for me. Whereas, people like Melody, people like ScoMo, even more experienced people like Koj, TKE on No Loose Chat recently, people that have taken a loss have come back and just shown levels. And there's this massive amount of hunger across the entire scene from veterans down, and it's great to see. So I'm expecting that from everyone.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're definitely in a place where people don't want to lose, which is dope. It's dope to see. People definitely don't want to lose. And if they do, they just come back stronger. Do you know what I mean? And I like that. Caveman is someone who I always thought he's sick. He like from the first time I seen him, he's impressed me straight away. He's a good performer. I also obviously because he's new, he's also obviously still unlocking things, pulling things out the bag and stuff. So I'm still looking. I'm pretty sure he's still going to level up as well, and I'm looking forward to what he's bringing to this one, man. It's Apex. It's Apex, So he's the pre-party, but he's still Apex. So yeah, man. Let's get into the academy guys. We've got the semi-finalists coming into the stream. We've got man like Mado.
You all right, guys? What we saying? We're good.
That's good.
And
Representing Team Koj, we have Kingsley Thunder.
Indeed.
Flipping. I'll do it this way. Okay.
Yeah, your phone doesn't want to go
Full of
landscape.
life.
It's all right.
Full of life.
It's all right.
What I'm saying.
How are you, Jordan? You all good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing, mate?
You guys are very relaxed today, ain't you?
I mean, in fairness, it is 5 to 10, and it's quite aggressively
on a school night.
Exactly.
It
You get it. And to be fair, it is that sort of like, but that's the joy of it. I mean, we come out and as people are very aware, people who do rap battles, the personalities they have in rap battles, that's what they're like 24/7. So really, it's shame on us for not being able to just turn it on straight away.
Yeah, stay. Why can't you be in character 24/7? If I bump into you in Tesco's, I'm expecting you to be dropping gun bars. It's one of them ones. So did you guys expect this semi-final when you jumped into this tournament?
I didn't expect Mado to get to the semi-final, no.
No, I mean, as I've I think I've said before, I think that certainly when we got to the quarterfinals, I thought that the move would have been to put these two lovely gentlemen here probably against me and Robin. I think that it was probably fairly well noted that me and Robin were the two weakest in that quarterfinal, and I think that I think that to go about it that way made more sense at the time. I think to put them against each other, I understand why they did it. I mean, again. Not that anybody this year has stumbled through to a semi-final completely off the back of debatables with shit battlers, but you know, it's just sort of like
Who's that?
it's just you know what I mean. It's like I can't think of anybody who's done that, but at the same time, it's like I can stumble through another shit battler at the end of the day, so you never know. I might end up in the final.
Wow. Okay. Well, you lot are here now. So whether if you expected your opponent to get hit or not, did you expect to be in the semi-final? I know when we enter tournaments, we all like, yeah, I can win, or was it just let me give this a go? Because I know you, for example, Kingsley, you're very new. So was it one of them ones where let me see how this goes, let's see how far I get, or was it one of them ones where I know I can breeze past this?
Yeah, like I didn't think I was gonna get through the qualifier, to be honest. Like, I didn't even prep for it. Like I was at like the rebuild the week before the qualifier, and like I went there to like see like what everyone's saying and that, and like what the levels are at, and I was like, I should have content by now. Fuck me, it's a week away. Like, look at this standard. And I wrote like 2 days before it and managed to get through still. But like after the ScoMo battle, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can actually do this. Like,
yeah. What about you, Maddo? Did you think you had a chance to get this far?
Oh, I mean, I think if we're being realistic, I think that I sort of come into it, and again, I come into it with the fact of the matter is, you sort of look at the tournament and you look at the amount of experience that, because of the way that they've run the academy this year, the amount of experience, I think that if you were to let the experience speak for itself, the people that I've come up against have made some of those beginner mistakes, and I think that sort of helped me a lot. I think that even myself, I could have been a lot more consistent, but with the way that the draws have fallen, there's not been a battle that I've gone into that I thought I couldn't win. And I think that could have been completely different. I think if you'd have said to me, oh yeah, by the way, you know, you're entering the academy. Yeah, so you're going to have Battle of the Night with Savant on the first night, and then you're going to be on Apex. I would have been like, yeah, okay. So I'm going to be what, serving the drinks or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll be Robin HD's hype man behind the DJ decks. But no, not a chance. I wouldn't have.
I said Robin HD was going to be out as well and DJing at Apex. You know?
He's you know, but I think I think it is that sort of thing where, as I say, you've come through it. I haven't lost the battle yet. You know, I've sort of come through, and I'm here now, and it's sort of like, right, okay. You know, I mean, I've had those conversations with the team and that, and it's sort of like, okay, now comes the time. I think, you know, I've been saying this in a lot of the rounds, but it's like every round there's a little more, like it becomes a little bit more real, and it's sort of like, you know, there's only 2 battles left I need to win now. There's 3 people in the tournament. I just got to beat 2 of them, and there was 30 odd to begin with, and it's like there comes a point where you've got to say to yourself, you know, hey, well, I'm one of the top 4 battlers in it. Well, I'm one of the 4 that's left anyway. Let's put it that way. But definitely, I think, yeah, in terms of the way the draw's fallen, I think I deserve to be here as much as anybody else, because someone needed to beat those battlers, and I'm the one who's done it. So at the end of the day, you know, there's definitely, I think when we look at the, I think I definitely go into this as probably the underdog out of the 4 people in the semi-finals. But I mean, I'm gonna come to it the same way that I come to it. And as I say, whatever people think of that, it's just the fact. Yeah, fact of the matter is, I've won the battles. I'm here.
You Maddo went on one. He's answered questions, or he's answered my next questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I think from my perspective, like Maddo, especially with you particularly, it's been kind of, I don't know if this is the right word to use, but kind of almost an unfortunate run where it feels like even though you're in the semis, you haven't really had the same platform that the rest of us have in the lead up to it. As you say, you had Performance of the Night with Savant, fantastic battle, but then, you know, beating King off a pretty unfortunate choke, then thinking you're going to lose the spot because of your holiday during the plug. And so you've lost that massive stage to get seen for what you can do. And then, having the battle with Robin as what it was. It's been, I'm very eager to see what you do, back effectively on a Prem stage again, because it feels like you haven't been for a while.
That's it. As I was saying in the face-offs, I was saying in the chats that we'd had before the Robin battle. It's like, imagine how funny it would be. Imagine how funny it would be if exactly what happened, and we're sort of here now, and it's very much that sort of thing of, well, okay, I'm here. I guess what have I got to do? I don't know, win this thing. It's like, right, so I've got to beat Kingsley Thunder and then kick or Bard. Okay. It's like, right, that's the
that work.
I wouldn't say that at all. I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, people certainly since he's been in the tournament, I've got a lot of respect for Kingsley. I think he's a really, really nice bloke. I think that, certainly as he goes on, he's going to be a real threat and a real contender. Just in battle rap in general, if he continues to improve at the rate that he has. But therefore, I'm trying to write and prep, and I'm preparing therefore for a better Kingsley than the Kingsleys we've seen. And that's kind of the difference there, where it's like, as you say, you talk about the unfortunate run. I mean, consistency's always been a thing that I've sort of had issues with, and it's the fact of the matter that whether it's not been a consistent run. It's not been a run that I'm happy with. I'd say I'm disappointed at the level that I've shown to get here, and so there comes a point where you've got to say to yourself, hey, look, I know I'm better than the performances that have got me to Apex. So Apex is definitely the stage to be like, right, okay, let me just prove to people why I'm here. And hopefully that the experience will prove, that it's just something that Kingsley can't do. You can't, over the course of that time, you can't learn 5 years of battle rap experience over the course of one tournament.
So what do you think you can 30 Kingsley?
I think that it's more than doable. I think that he's more than beatable. I would say though, and this is a game. I think that it's more than doable, because the fact of the matter is it's the unknown. He's got to have a bad battle at some point. That could be what it is. You haven't had that.
Yeah, but you can't be counting on.
I'm not counting on it. What I'm saying is,
you should be counting on man's best battle.
What I'm saying is, this is the biggest stage that either of us has battled on, and which of us is going to be more used to that pressure? Well, it's going to be the person who's done God knows how many more battles. So will the pressure tell? And how he copes under that pressure, certainly in terms of if he's written better, if what he's written is better, can he then on the stage, can he live up to however good he's written? Because as his writing's improved, so has his performance. But there comes a point where is what you're writing better than your performance? And maybe Apex under that pressure with me in front of him, maybe that's the point at which it all kind of comes down, because it's sort of easy to rest on your laurels when you're battling Mado. But you know what? So many people have done it, and a lot of them have fucking lost. So,
question to you, Kingsley, following from, same question to you. Can you 30 Mado?
Undeniably.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a quick answer. Did you want me to elaborate?
No, that's cool. We can follow with the next question. What do you do better than your opponent?
Is that an Everton shit?
Yeah, it is.
What do you do better?
What a scumbag!
I had to go into the archives for this one. This is Kevin Campbell Everton 2002 sort of era. I had to really go into the archives to find the Everton shirt. But yeah,
forget 30. It's going to be a body bag now. Watch.
All right, mate.
I mean, Kingsley, you've really been like kind of the success story of the whole academy. Like the whole point of it is to find this new talent. And, obviously with you getting this far, there's always been the narrative of new guy reaches the finals. So, it would be great to see, obviously, like, I mean, all people talk about is like your improvement level on level, battle from, the qualifiers, then leveling up for ScoMo, who was the drastic favorite, then going into me, who I think I was the favorite at the time leading into it. And now you're against Mado, where you're the clear favorite. Has having that in mind changed anything? Because I'm not going to lie, it did for me. Like, people expecting me to beat you did put more pressure on me than I was expecting. Like, have you found that going into this?
No, man, not even. Like, I'm like in all these battles, like you, ScoMo, Mado, like I'm more trying to beat my last performance than I am trying to beat opponent. Like I've got the natural writing ability and wit to think of the bars. I just need to make sure I'm leveling up on the last performance. It's going to be different. Like no disrespect to Mado, but like I think Kick and Bard are like a different level, and I think that battle will be like, all right, I've got to level up for my last one, but I've also got to beat my opponent, like beat the man in front of me, because they're going to really come at me as well, and maybe Mado will as well. So I'm not sleeping. I've leveled up like I've always said I'll do, and I've done. I don't see Mado getting around, honestly. Like, no disrespect again, but like, I mean, yeah, a little bit of disrespect because
I was going to say, slightly disrespectful. I mean, as I say, it's all going to be good to see, and I say, like I say before, it's like you just got to be careful because it's a lot of pressure. You can be looking at Kick and Bard, but it's great because you can sort of look at Kick and Bard and say, what about battling Kick and Bard? Imagine how it's going to feel if you have to watch me battle Kick or Bard.
It is, bro. It's not like this is a win-win for me, you know. Like this is a win-win for me, bro.
Well, not
like,
if you lose, it's not. It's not a win-win if you lose.
Bro, hear me out. Listen. If I think I'm gonna win this 3-0, probably one of the best academy performances anyone's ever seen. I'm putting this out there now, and you can quote me on it on Friday. But what I'm saying is, if you beat me, that this will be one of the best ever academy battles. I'm saying that for a fact. Like, and I'll have been a part of that. It'll be battle of the night, probably. Like, I'm that confident in what I'm bringing. Like, so beat me.
I'm guessing
we do a big battle.
I'm guessing you're both trying to go for that performance of the night pot.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
However much is in the pot.
It feels like the right time. I wasn't gonna try and take it off Uncle Tone last time, but I think this is a nicer one to try and get me first performance of the night.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, again, it's got to be done at the end of the day. I say I've been to Manchester so many times, so many times over the past however many months and stuff. It'd be nice to sort of get some of that money back. So, if it's just a train fare or if it's a couple of train fares, that'd be quite nice.
Speaking of travel, sorry, Trubs. Speaking of travel, obviously the winner of the whole tournament gets to go to iBattle. You should try it; it's great. Is there anyone
in the minute you said it?
I know, right? No, is there anyone in iBattle that you have your eye on if you battle? If you win the whole tournament, is there anyone on the iBattle roster that you would want?
Because
well, go on, you go, Mato.
I say the person that I've always said in terms of like if I was going to look at certain, that sort of iBattle crowd, it's always been for me. It's been Forks. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's a quality guy, and the way that he's improved, and I think that it'd be a really interesting dynamic to be in front of someone like Forks who is just mental. And I think that'd be a really, really good battle again with the experience and stuff like that. That would be the person. It's always been sort of top of my list in terms of if ever I was offered an international, money is no object. It's like, I want to battle Forks. I think that'd be a really, really fun battle to do.
Okay, same question to you, Kingsley.
I had the name in my head, but CJA definitely. Like, I feel like that's a good battle, especially like in his home crowd. Like, that'll be fun.
That's a dangerous battle.
Oppa as well. Like, I know Oppa's meant to be
he's a title now. He's a title now.
That's levels. But if I'm the academy champion, like, I'm coming over. Like, I'm coming on a win streak.
They ain't doing that, blood. They ain't doing that. You ain't coming over there and battling the champ, blood.
You never know. Academy champ, number one headband. It could happen.
We'll see.
That's true.
Now, I'm not trying to jump the gun. I'll take whoever I get over there. Like, it'll be sick, whatever it is. But CJ was fired against Frost.
CJ is fire. Mado, who do you think? Let's say you beat Kingsley. Who do you think you battle in the final? Kick.
I will. I think I've gone on record and said before. I think that Kick Nelly is the strongest performer in the academy this year. I think that regardless of whether he wins the tournament or not, he's the next one to take that really big step up. Because I think he's sort of improved so much, and he's such a natural performer. I love Bard, but I don't see, sort of as a team, we've really got on together. It's been quite lonely, as I say, with them two splitting up now over this. It's been a good unit, but I don't see Bard having enough for Kick on the day, and I think that again, I think Kick's another person who again I would love to stand in front of Kick's energy, and I think that's a battle that I think personally that all of these battles should happen. The sort of the four of us, all of those battles are sick battles.
If you battle Kick, it'll just be 3 rounds compliments from you.
If I battle who?
If you battle Kick.
Oh, mate, absolutely. I would propose to Kick mid-battle and then give him the Academy title. No, but no, I just think because I am a massive fan of it. It's very similar to yourself, Kingsley, in terms of I think that I'll probably put you on the same level as Kick this time next year or this time in a couple of years when you've got that experience under your belt. I think
honestly, you're going to change. Everyone's going to change all this on Friday. Like I'm better than Kick Nelly, and you're going to see this on Friday. You're just not. Honestly, objectively, I agree with you. Like based on performances
of the academy that the academy's ever seen, you aren't one of the best performers in the academy, Kingsley. You're talking about the best performance the academy's ever seen at Apex. You are not the best performer of the 4 people left in the academy. It is physically impossible for that to happen. I hope it does. I really hope it does because I think it's going to be a really, really entertaining battle. I think that, as I say, all 4 of us have done really well to get here, but you can't say undoubtedly you're going to have the best performance when you are probably not top 2. It's probably very much Bard and Kingsley.
Kingsley's last performance was on par with Kick's.
But it's a different energy, and I disagree, but I think it's that sort of like. As I stand by what I said, I don't think that Kingsley is the best performer in the academy. I think it'd take some shocks from.
I'll say this on that point. I think Kingsley. We haven't seen everything Kingsley can do. He's going to be leveling up every battle, obviously. So all of you will, but Kingsley, because he's still trying to figure this out, he's going to have a bit of more of an element of surprise to us because he's going to unlock certain things and show us something new. Yeah. So in terms of their last battles, I think Kick wasn't the best Kick we've seen before. We used to, and Kingsley leveled up from his performance previous to that. So I think Kick Nelly was on a decline on the last battle, still won, and Kingsley was on an incline. So but I do think there was on the day anything can happen. I'll say that.
This is absolutely it, 100%.
Before Mado rudely interrupted, I was.
I'm not saying rudely interrupt on a face-off. My apologies. You continue, sir. Trubs, telling me too friendly.
Shut up. The adult is talking. Right. So before Mado rudely interrupted, I was saying that I'm not saying I've had a better performance than Kick up to now, but I'm just telling you what I've got. I know I've got a fire performance for Friday, and objectively, if I was a fan, I'll be okay, yeah, Kingsley's been sick. Kick was probably better against Black T, so it's one of them. But I'm just saying, after Friday, I think that conversation's going to go a little differently.
Mm-hmm. That's it, man. That's you can't tell us better than you can show us. So I look forward.
I wish I could give a preview, but obviously not.
I don't listen to a word you say anyway, mate.
3 more days. That's what we need.
Man. 3 more days, man. But yeah, man, you guys, thank you for taking the time out. Kingsley, final words for Mado.
Oh, it's going to be a long Friday, bro. Let's make sure we have a few pints afterwards.
Absolutely.
Mado, final words for Kingsley.
Don't fuck it up, bro. Just don't fuck it up. It's that's that simple. I mean, you got everybody on your side. Do not fuck it up because it will be embarrassing.
Yeah, man. Let's have a good battle, bro.
Absolutely. We're good mates, really, and absolutely. Hey, look, it'll be good fun. It'll be good fun.
I hate Mado, but yeah. Fair.
But thank you for taking the time out. You lot know the deal. Club for tickets off the square Friday, 7 o'clock. Make sure you lot pull up. It's going to be a dope event. Semi-final academy. semi-final.
Respect, man.
Academy semi-final. Let's get this right. Kingsley Thunder versus Mado. You lot, bless up, man, for taking the
Thanks
time.
for having me.
Cheers, man.
Love. Yeah, interesting. Boy, what are you saying? That face-off was decent.
Yeah, content, love it. No, it's
Love that.
good, man. It is. Again, I think Kingsley's kind of right on the no-lose situation, because we either get that whole, Taylor's old of time narrative of new guy shows up for newcomer tournament and sweeps past all the veterans, or you get Mado, who's like pretty much the ultimate underdog story at this point. So
yeah, I mean, I'll say this. So a lot of people are comparing this academy to the first one, and the first one had major concerns who was the new guy, and he got to the final. Let's see if history repeats itself. Maybe he can, maybe he won't. Obviously, Mado is here to stop that. And if Mado does, I'm pretty sure he's going to level up as well. So I'm looking forward to this, man. I actually really, really want to see who gets to the final. A lot of people on paper would have want to see a Bard versus Kick final on paper. Obviously, them battling on the semi-final for me makes things a bit more interesting. To be fair, because now it leaves the room for someone to kind of sneak it in. So looking forward to this, man. Let's get to the final though. Let's get to the semi-final though. Man, like a lot of people have this as being one of the best battles, going to be one of the best battles on the academy. Like I said, a lot of people wish this was the final.
I think it's going to be one of the best battles of Apex, honestly. I've got very high hopes for this.
Yeah, I'm with you. So we've got Bard versus Kick Nelly Kick.
Gentlemen,
how you guys doing?
How you doing? Doing great, Travis. Good to see you, man. Doing great, guys. How you doing, man? Kick.
I'm very good. I can't wait for this, honestly. I think this is going to be incredible.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
We can hear you.
All right. Good, 'cause I'm not sure I heard the last chat all right. Mr. fucking I'm static, standing a spot when I'm rapping, and yes, that was intended to rhyme, spends his whole round spitting shitty fucking dad jokes that fucking wouldn't be out of place in a shitty pub joke book, has just said he's better than me.
He might have.
So he said, bro.
Oh,
he said
so
what he said, man.
Oh, well, it could beat Kick Nelly, Oh, fuck off and fuck Steven Gerrard as well, man. Like, when I get him in the final, I'm going to fucking humiliate him. Fucking O'Shea Jr. Fucking.
So, are you saying that Kingsley's going to beat Mado then?
Let's be honest, it's Mado. I love Mado, but it's Mado.
Can I interject then? Mado's beat himself. Look, Mado, if you're watching this still, you need to fucking look in the mirror and get some fucking killer instinct, fucking alpha male blood rising. He sat there and in that last fucking face off, he sat there going like, "Oh, maybe Kingsley will fuck it up and I'll get through." It's not how it works.
I mean, yeah, as I said, you gotta be planning to battle the best of your opponent, not
do your affirmations, Mado. I am an alpha male. I am an apex predator. I am the king of the wilderness. Do that in the mirror 3 times.
Do that 3 times, Bard will appear.
That's a lot of shots at the other semi-final battle. Obviously, one of
when
them
he wants to sit here and chat shit, he's gonna get fucking shots back. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not being funny. My last performance wasn't great. I pulled around out my ass on a week's notice, and that was maybe slightly not as good as something he spent 8 weeks giving it his best effort. Like, it's not even comparable, man. And I'll probably sound like a dick, and I don't care, because the Virgin squad want Kingsley to win, just like they wanted Gasbuff to win, just like they wanted ScoMo to win. Well, it's not going to happen.
Listen, no shots at Gasbuff here. Leave my
They did want me to win, let's be honest.
Oh, hi, Bart.
You got a lot to say to Kingsley.
Yeah, I know.
What do you have to say to Bard, though?
I'll make sure of that, man.
What do you have to say to Bard, though?
I really like Bard. You know, he's got a nice beard. He's from Hull, but doesn't sound like he's a northerner. which I think is very very Liz Truss like actually, which does make me wonder. But no, in all seriousness, man, I'm looking forward to the battle. This is a weird dynamic for me because I don't think I've ever actually battled somebody I'd quote unquote call my friend. Well, maybe Benny Bizzle, but like Bard is not Benny Bizzle.
So there's a friendship.
Have you ever seen me and Benny Bizzle in the same place at the same time?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have multiple times. Sorry, never mind. I would like us to have the best battle of Apex. Now that Bizzo and Saurus, for very fucking respectable reasons, and like rest in peace, Pat, man. Like people have got 100%. To feel it. People have got to feel it. However, they have got to feel it, man. So like, if you've got to not do a rap battle, fair. But that being said, I would like Kicking Myself to be the best battle of the weekend.
It's doable. It's definitely doable.
I like that. I think that's what everyone should be shooting for, to be fair.
Gosh, you've heard my material, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you know that it has the capability of being that. If Bard matches or surpasses my material or even comes near it, then we're in for an Apex Classic. Fuck the Academy. Like, this battle's like gone beyond the Academy. If anything, it's a shame it's happened on the Academy, you know.
I think it elevates. I think we do a lot to elevate. We've done a lot to elevate the Academy this year,
and that's what I was about to say. It adds value to the Academy. Do you see what I'm saying?
What's this we part, Mr. Wild battle? All right, fair enough. All right, I'll give you that. All of us. I'll let you have that.
I don't know where you just went on to, but what did you see?
He said he's like literally done nothing. We've all battled 3 times. He's battled once and fucking managed to slip through that one.
One split decision in Battle of the Night is what happened. And I was really looking forward, and I was really looking forward to seeing how Savant like responded to that. Savant versus Reverse was going to be funny, mine, because I think Reverse's style, and I said this in the group chat, would have been good for maybe making Savant's style feel a bit over. Like you watch Reverse versus Canal. Quite an undermining kind of thing where it'd be interesting to see how Savant trades off pure momentum. I'd be interested in seeing how that one gets rescheduled.
Yeah, no, definitely looking to see that one happen very, very soon, as soon as possible, really. Anyway, Bard, why did you beat Kicknelly?
Like, I'm interested in hearing anything that Kick does that I don't do better, or that Kick doesn't quite frankly do in a quite conscious imitation of me. Kick's energy. Kick's really made it in the culture and the community, despite being a unique and questionably likable character. That's a really good thing you did 5 years after I did it, man. Like, how's the
Bard's been here for a long time, man. Bard's been here for a long time. There's a lot of experience in this battle. There's a lot of experience in this battle, which is
it's in like how your hand lands at the end of a bar. It's at the exact pitch of a tone. It's at the distance between where you tell the audience one thing and then you give them another thing. It's the intangibles and it's the technicals is how I beat Kicknelly. I'm interested in seeing how he tries to stop it happening, like fucking Sisyphus, how he pushed the fucking try to push that thing uphill, the rock.
What do you think, Kick? Why do you beat Bard?
Because I'm a better version of him. I'm everything Bard wishes he could be. You know, all that
you
time.
Agree with him that you guys have the same style.
But God, all that time you spent learning at fucking drama school, I do naturally, mate. You have to try to be who I am. You know, Rory Stobo is not Bard. There's a reason Nick Kelly and Kicknelly are the same.
Am I right in thinking that you tutor, right?
Yeah.
Is that Anglia Ruskin or through Anglia Ruskin?
No, it's not through Anglia Ruskin.
Okay, because if it was, then you would have spent as many days in a drama school as I have. Like, I'm from Newcastle and I sound like I read. Like that's not 3 rounds worth of material, mate.
Oh fuck! I better get it right and then shit.
Boy, Bard, do you think you can 30 Kick?
A gentleman's 30. Like I say, like an uplifting 30. But we've got to think about the product, we've got to think about the league, we've got to think about the show, and we've got to think about like the story that we're trying to tell people. The final is not Kick Nelly versus Kingsley Thunder. Like that is not the thing. We need Bard versus Kingsley.
What, you think Maddo's gonna win?
We need Bard versus Kingsley Thunder as like the guy called me out in the fucking first bar of his first battle. Like it has to be me and Kingsley in the final, like the fucking plucky newcomer versus the dragon. And then the dragon bites his fucking head off and bums his mom. But like up till that point, it's a classic. It's a classic fairy tale.
Do you think then that's a repeat of Academy 1, Major Concerns versus Elestine? Elestine was obviously more experienced. He's been here for a while, and then he beats Major Concerns in the final.
Performance in high pressure situations, yeah, and that's again, Kick. Sorry, bro. What has been your highest pressure battle? Like it's been Tidal, and it was not a 2-1 split decision in a battle of the night. It was a robbery.
Yeah, but I robbed Tidal better than you robbed Savant, so.
I'm fucking Ronnie Biggs. I'm Charles Bronson. I'm fucking
Ronnie Briggs and Charles Conson. Charles Bronson got caught, mate.
Yeah, but they looked so sexy when they did it.
I'm fucking B.B. Cooper, man.
Kick, can you 30 Bard?
Yeah, easily. Well, not easily now. Come on,
whoa. Man said easily, very quick. So, yo,
I think I'm capable of 30 Bard. I'm good at winning battles. This is the thing. I'm good at looking at an opponent and figuring out a way to beat them.
That's a skill. I
don't
say that. You got to know how to win.
With the same approach that I do, because it's not a one size fits all. I'm not a one trick pony. I've got a field of ponies, man. If you get that reference, fucking, you're good. But
I want to add a bit of fuel to the flame, if you don't mind. So obviously, Bard, when everything was full announced, when we had the big poster that had all the names on it, that had loads of established names and about 5 or 6, when everyone went, who the fuck are they? Like, everyone looked at that poster and most people said, yeah, Bard's probably going to walk this. And since then, let's be honest, it's been a bit of a spotty tournament. Like, the match with Savant, bit close. Obviously didn't have the qualifier because of the wild card. And then the Will battle didn't take place because of no fault of your own. So, admittedly, you're going into this with probably like less momentum than Kick has to kind of get some of that spark back. Do you not feel like you need to 30 Kick off the back of that? Or
I question that he has more momentum than me. There are a lot more questions being raised. You know what? There are a lot fewer questions being raised about Kick Nelly versus Tidal because nobody fucking watched it. Like, I honestly, there are more eyes on how I'm responding to a certain situation than there are on how Kick responds to that exact same situation. So I refute your fucking assertion, sir. As for how I'm just gonna like snatch it back, like Kick, what's your record like in Manchester? I have done quite well in Manchester. Bard versus O'Shea happened in Manchester. I know what works in that crowd.
I know.
I've written for that crowd, and I think you've written for Kick Nelly. Because you write for Kick Nelly, and that's admirable, and that's sticking to your guns. But
bro, I watched you versus O'Shea. Have you ever heard of a cotton bud? Like, for real, man. Ruined my fucking meal and everything.
And that was the lighting.
It was not the lighting, bro.
The lighting and the camera works. Anyway, like, what? It's not fucking Queer Eye. I mean,
Queer Eye, man. Like, it's fucking evidently there. It's like right on camera.
Gas, did you want to pour some fire on, some fuel on Kick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pour some fire in his ear candles, mate. It fucking cleans them out properly, man.
I think of everyone in the tournament, Kick, you've had like drastically different opponents every round. And like, has that not changed your approach? I mean, obviously Black Tea, Tidal, Rick Charles on a week's notice. Like,
yeah, you battled a lot of different styles, to be fair.
Like, and now Bard, like, has any of that changed your approach, or is it, as Bard said, do you still just write for Kick Nelly?
Well, I always write for Kick Nelly. I take into consideration what the crowd's going to be like, and who reacts to what, and this is how I beat Tidal in London. Fucking, you can say what you want on the watch back, but in the room, I won the battle and I'm here. Does it affect how I write? Yeah, you got to approach everything differently, and I like being able to do that. As a creative is very challenging and very enjoyable to do something differently every time. And that's why, you know, I enter tournaments so much, because I like that prospect of not knowing who you're going to get. And that pushes me to improve as a fucking battler and just as a creator in general.
I know we've spoken at length about how you need wins and losses to matter. I'm assuming you're definitely signing up for the draft then.
I've already signed up.
Any team you've got your eye on, like anyone you'd want as your captain, or just whatever comes?
Doesn't really matter, does it, till you're picked? You know, at the moment they're just logos on a fucking board. You know, I'd like to be in Division 1. I think Division 2 is a bit, you know, too easy for me. It's like putting.
I'll disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
I don't think Division 2 is going to be easy at all. You have to understand how the pool of battlers that are outside that are going to be filling up Division 1. There's so many people that are not going to make into Division 1 that will then make Division 2 very
depends, because looking at the current roster, man, and I hate to say this, but the roster, and this isn't me being, you know, a dick or whatever, but the roster, the active PB roster isn't as deep as people think it is.
It's not just PB roster though; it's anyone.
But I'm not aware of who's signing up for the draft. So, you know, but from
but anyone
what I've seen, you know what I mean? Like, not being funny, but you know, the Coopars and the Mac Sherrys and the Robin HDs and the people I'm expecting to be in Division 2. Let's be honest. But not to sound like
I don't see why would you expect only a low caliber, and I'm not saying everyone you mentioned these are low caliber.
I'm just judging off the names I've seen on the website.
And I'm just saying we've got people like Ark outside. You've got people like Gemini could be part of a team. You don't know. But wait. Let me explain though. Let me explain. Let's say Gemini is part of a team and battles once a year. Let's say Gemini battles.
Then he's not a very good member of the
Gemini.
team. Is it a team sport? Is it a team sport?
Listen. The managers don't battle often. Last year we had managers like Shoei Horror. You don't battle. So the managers don't battle often. As long as he's in the team where the manager is open to battle, when you pull out the Gemini card for Gemini versus, you saw his kill list or whatever that he said his list was Rivers and Quill or whatever, that could be part of a match day. So which means
where's a manager?
I don't know the managers.
Where is a manager in a rap battle, right? I'm standing in front of a guy battling, and where's his manager? What's his manager doing?
His manager is checking if this guy's prepped for his battles, giving him advice on etc.
Does he make a sub at the end of the round?
You lost in season 1. Go and check season 1 out, and you'll see how it works. Like maybe you lot need to do some research on how season 1 went, because season 1 went and had managers that didn't battle.
Yeah, but is that included in the actual 5 people in the team? Or
yeah, the manager is a part of the 5 person, and he is allowed to battle. It doesn't have to though.
So,
and I use Gemini as an example, just to say, if you bring out someone who on your team that's willing to battle once or twice a year, you can use them wisely to get.
I like that, because it does increase the caliber of the competition a bit.
But that's my point on Division 2. It also increases the caliber of competition there. That's my point. So it's not going to be only low caliber battlers on Division 2, in my opinion. It might not work out.
I'm basing this off of, you know, PB's roster, you know, the roster page on the website, and picking 25 people who I think would be in 1 and who would be in 2, not including myself. And the golfing skill and talent is profound. That's just all I was saying.
Yeah, I disagree. I think it's going to be more competitive than you think, personally.
We'll find out. Like I said, we'll find out.
And maybe that's because I was around. I was going to events on Division 1, so I saw how it worked. Gemini was actually part of a team in Division 1. He didn't end up battling. He was part of a team. Tony D was part of a team in Division 1. So there's so many people that can be a part of a team which means they can also battle. It's about how they battle, how often, etc., etc. So I think that's a space taken, basically, which then means there's more spaces for Division 2.
I think like if the situation is that you have to be on a team to appear on Prem, like I'd personally rather be something that's more like a collective of writers, like people who I get on with who share a similar like approach and philosophy to battle rap, rather than someone who's bringing like brand value. So we'll see where that lands me, whether that's Division 1 thinking or Division 2 thinking. I think a lot of people.
It's going to be a team thing. It's kind of like football, so I'm not sure it's going to be a draft. So I'm not sure you're going to be able to pick your team. It's not going to be that they pick you.
We'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
Fucking draft ending up with you, but it'd be like a draft of Vietnam.
You lot might be in the same team. Who knows?
Well, we actually get on, believe it or not. But
we get to be in the fucking group chat with. I'm not going to name names, but like that was a fun group chat. That was a fucking buzz.
Which one?
I can imagine there's several, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah.
Let's get back into this battle, though. Kick, when you enter the tournament, obviously you saw the prize. Both of you pretty much are very experienced, so I kind of know the answer from both of you guys, what the answer is going to be. But did you think I'm going to enter this tournament and I'm going to get to the final and win it easy, or was you just like, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, let me give this a go? Obviously you already got to the final of one tournament before, so was this one of them where, let me jump on another tournament, I think I can win?
To be honest with you, I was just sort of harassing Black T. I'm like, this is just an epilogue.
Okay.
Nah, in all seriousness, yeah, I entered this to win. Like, I didn't know what the prize was before I entered the tournament. Mm-hmm. Like, this before they announced the iBattle, I entered it, fairly quickly. I just wanted to stay active and have something booked. Because it was, after I had the Whispers, but I had the tech battle coming up, and, nothing really sort of gets put into motion around December, January. So I just wanted to enter the tournament and give myself something to write for. I knew I'd go deep into tournaments because that's what I do. I go deep into tournaments as, circumstances proved. But, yeah, no, I'm pretty confident, I'd get to the final.
What about you, Bar? Did you think, let me show these guys how it's done? Or because obviously you've been around for a long time as well, so
I didn't think I'd be the outright favorite to win, like straight from the very first announcement. I think when it was pitched, this academy was more like we're accepting more established names. So I was expecting to see a few more titles and a few more, like honestly, a few more Kick Nellies, to be honest, like in the spread. But I struggled to see me losing this tournament. With the people in front of me, I beat the people in front of me on paper 9 times out of 10 in every match, in every combination.
But does that add pressure to you though? Because obviously, when you don't deliver to that, when you don't smoke your opponent as you say, as you're supposed to, and as on paper people feel like you should be, then it becomes that the battle is close. Maybe you shouldn't have won.
That's it. Like, if I don't turn up and put a considerable, like, what did I say on Pick Your Battles? Like, if I don't put, like, Brock Lesnar in the Rumble levels of distance between each battle, I get people saying, like, what they say about the Savant battle. So, yeah, there's more pressure. Like, does the pressure matter to the final calculus? Like, do I go to New York or not? Whether people got there by an inch or a mile? No, not really. History shows who won what battle.
It can sway judgments, though. That's the thing. Like, it can make people feel like you shouldn't have won a battle if you haven't clearly won or performed to the ability that they expected you to. So now, do you go into your next battle thinking, I really have to go in on this guy without any slip-ups? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's why, like that's why I prefer crowd judging rather than panel judging. Because, like, say there's 50 people in the audience, 100 people in the audience, 100 opinions is better than 5 opinions. But, like, if you're writing for 5 judges, it's very different. Like, I think maybe I've written for the crowd they expect to be in front of, and the judges might be completely incongruous with that, like, mentality that I've written for.
Or wasn't
that
your
might
previous
that might
judges in
fuck
the
me.
room?
Yeah. My previous judges were in the room, but if you've got a Manchester crowd at 10 o'clock at night, every kind of warming up for the weekend, the crowd's going to want one thing. Like, you might have 5 judges who are wanting a completely different thing. They might be like the real technical heads, like sat there with the fucking notepads doing like an integrated scoring
I
system.
control my drinking if I'm going to judge it that day. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't drink as much, so maybe I'm not in the same vibe as the crowd. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to be able to judge a battle in a professional manner.
I'm coming to win the crowd. I'm coming to win in the room. The judges might be thinking like, did Bod one in the room, but like, he didn't put him to bed completely. So are we going to edge it, thinking about what the footage might be? Exactly as you say, it's a wider margin than I need.
Okay,
I'll get it though. I'm comfortable with this material. I'm happy with this material.
Everyone's fully prepped.
And same question as the last guy is like, who in iBattle do you have your eyes on that you'd want to be matched against?
Fucking hang on, Bard was talking. I was trying to change the channel. I think the remote's broke. But who do I want on iBattle? Actually, you answer first, Bard.
I've said it from the start. Black Mage. I think like he's a very articulate guy, a very informed guy. We watch a lot of the same media. Like, we'll put on a fantastic like exhibition battle. It'll be just us two. Like, it'll be purely for our own benefit. Like, rattling off the same references. And we go to pop the boys. But like,
get fighter, cleric, and wizard to judge.
That's it. It's my fucking holiday, man. Bring the fucking paladin out.
What are you saying? Obviously, you guys saying you're good friends. But if you win, and same question to you, Kick. If you win, would you take Kick as your +1 to New York?
Like, I mean, I'm sleeping on the sofa for a long fucking time. I'm sleeping on the sofa for a long time if I Kick Nelly as my +1 to New York. It's not off the cards, but it's that there are going to be consequences if I do.
What are you saying, Kick?
Nah, man, I'm gonna take fucking Benny Bizzle with me.
He'll fit right in. They'll love his accent.
Well, Rush, we're in New York. That's the Big Apple. I'm pipping you to this. I'll get you down to the core. No, stop.
Are we gonna get personals on this one? So obviously you guys are good friends, all of that.
Maybe, maybe not. But will your mother be watching?
Sorry?
Will your mother be watching?
As you know, my mother's passed away. My sainted mother is no longer with us, Kick. So I expect that to be respected across those 3 rounds.
Fuck.
You're ready.
I just didn't know that. That's so fucking. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I didn't know.
It happens to everyone, man.
But Bart started his answer by saying, "As you know." Which
I didn't know. I've never spoken about his parents.
I mean, would you? If the pain was so fresh?
Fuck off, your mum's alive. You dick.
I can't wait for this. I genuinely can't.
Wow.
Fucking hell. I wouldn't be sat here on this rig with this webcam if my parents were still alive. If my parents were dead, mate.
Wow. Are you waiting for that inheritance, are you?
I wouldn't be sat in this shithole anyway.
Bud, what are you telling me? Are we going to get any personals?
What's a personal? Kick Nelly wears his heart on his sleeve. Like, what can you say to Kick?
No shame.
Okay, the answer is yes.
What can you say? What can you say to Kick Nelly that he hasn't told you himself?
I have no. Well, this is the thing. I've told you a lot. Like,
Kick is worried.
I'm not. Like, guess what? What's the worst thing you can say about me? I like fucking group sex. Oh well, in a scene full of virgins, I'm sexually active. Oh fucking hell! Like, let's be honest.
It would take a very specific approach to attack Kick personally. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't factored in the research game, but like whether it made the final edit. I've cut a lot. I've written more for this battle than any other battle in the past, and left more on the cutting room floor that just isn't going to work.
I personally think the winner of this battle is going to come down to the approach on the day. I think both of you are capable of beating each other. I think approach is going to win this battle personally. I think, however, whoever's approach works best on the day is probably going to win the battle.
Well, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Styles win fights, and we've both clearly come into this with a game plan and in the same thing. Like, I only finished writing like a couple of days ago because it was just, it wasn't a title situation. It was like, I have to, take as long as possible to flesh this out. And once again, there's so much material, that I've taken from this battle that I just simply can't use because, they just room for it doesn't fit, which is a shame, but it's like, it's refined. Like I said, it is a matter of approach.
Yeah, no, definitely. Gasbuff, I don't know if you have any more questions.
No, I'm content. Like I say, I'm just really looking forward to this one. It's a battle that could realistically main event, any other card. Like, so to see it like main eventing a night of an Apex, it's well deserved.
Nah, definitely. Final words, Kick?
Let's be honest. The only reason this battle's happening in the sense, I'm on a delay.
Go on. Carry on. We good.
I was going to say, yeah, it's going to be a great battle. And as I was about to say, the only reason this battle's on the semis is because Projay's a pussy and didn't want Kingsley going out in the fucking semis. Because if they put him against either one of us, let's be honest.
Okay. Bard, final words for Kick?
You're welcome.
Well, then there you have it. PremierBattles.club. This is a semi-final for Academy, and it's going to be on Apex 4 Friday at 7:00 off the square, Manchester. Get your tickets, PremierBattles.club. If you're watching this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff. Pull up, man. Come and enjoy a good, nice Friday night. It's going to set up the event nicely for the battles on Saturday. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, winner will be in the final, which is one step closer to iBattle and a trip to New York. If the iBattle might not be New York, it can be anywhere, really. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. Guys, thank you for taking the time out. Gaspuff, salute for taking for as well.
No worries.
Co-hosting,
pleasure as always.
RIP Pat Stay. I hope this event just goes crazy so we can, honor the man properly. You get me?
Absolutely.
Shout Bard, shout Kick, hit the like button. You know the deal. Subscribe to the channel. Done.